Hey, what's up? This is my new house for the next 6 months, and today I'm going to give you a tour. You gotta take off your shoes before you enter, please. I love that in Hawaii, that's kind of just the culture, and that's just how I grew up. There's a chicken. I kind of want to follow this chicken around and see where it lays its eggs, and maybe I can get some free eggs. So I'm here in Honolulu, Hawaii, to film a documentary. And in order to do so, I had to commit to living here for a while to really follow the story. As of now, I've signed a lease for this place for 6 months. But let me just give you a tour of the place. What would be a guy's house without a pull-up bar? Here we go. Okay. Never mind. Got the bathroom. Okay, one of the first purchases I made was this bad boy. This is a bidet. This is a shower, nothing too special here. And there's me. Hello. Now we are in the bedroom / office. This is where all the magic happens. And by magic, I mean movie magic. For a lot of the day, I'm usually just sitting here working, breaking down footage, editing, and now making these vlogs. When I first checked out this house, I walked into this room and I felt that the energy was right. Even though this is like a kind of old place, kind of rough around the edges, this room specifically spoke to me. Ceilings are kind of high, which is nice. And yeah, double pane windows and a nice view. How's this shirt looking, by the way? It's my, like the first Aloha shirt that I bought while I got here. And I don't know, I don't know what makes a good Aloha shirt. I just knew that I wanted 100% cotton. And so that's why I got this one. Check out this shelf thing. This is like a built-in shelf, and I just kind of like store my hats here. Some camera gear, GoPro lenses, some other miscellaneous camera gear and whatnot. Got the case. This little table thing kind of came with the place, and I kind of just placed it here, and it works to like hold this fan. Picked up this thing on Amazon. Kind of cool little light. Touch that, and then boom, you get multicolored lights. This is the desk setup. Definitely had to get one of these little stands. I'll just kind of like lay in bed and you know, like watch stuff here since I don't have a TV. I got this full body mirror here. It's so funny. When I first got here, I was staying at the Marriott in Waikiki. And the mirrors there, they make you look really skinny, which is, I think, like a nice little design thing to like make people look and feel good when they're on vacation. Anyways, here we got a closet. Not much going on there. Just a stained shirt. I stained this shirt. I just got this shirt and then I stained it. And I think I stained it with the banana flower. I was just holding a banana flower and the sap was like pushing up against my shirt, and I've been putting soap and all sorts of stuff on it and nothing's cleaning it. So put a little sticky just to indicate that we're looking at north here. And just outside here, I don't know if you can really see, but there's like a creek that kind of flows through. The river runs through it. And, you know, I'll just be sleeping here and listening to the creek. It's really nice. East sticker, just so I know when the wind's blowing from the east. Why do I need to know when the wind's blowing or where it's blowing from? Well, when you're surfing, it's good to have offshore winds. And on the South Shore, we're facing south, so any wind that comes from the north is great because it's going to be offshore. Northeast is also great, so it's just kind of nice to know which way the wind's blowing. Here's a fake plant that came with the house. Fiddle leaf fig. It's kind of cool. I just kind of put it in the corner there. Yeah, a little tissue box. I got a question. Tissue box makers. Who are the graphic designers that you guys are hiring? Because, I mean, this one is like okay. I kind of chose it because it had a little lotus flower, but most of these tissue boxes suck. They're an eyesore. So here's what I propose, Kleenex. You link up with some like actual good designers, maybe people with names, and do a collaboration, or even dip into like the archive of like famous artists from the past and put those on your tissue box, not these like crappy designs. As I said before, I'm working on a documentary, and it's the first feature-length documentary I've ever worked on. It's a very small budget, and it's just kind of me out here, but it's a very amazing story, and that's the reason why I felt compelled to come out here. I'm working with a psychiatrist who serves a mentally ill homeless population and has been doing so for the past 20 years or so. His work's amazing because you see someone who's attacking sort of the root problem of homelessness. Now, I know homelessness is a lot of drug abuse, substance abuse, but it's also a lot of mental illness. And until we can really address that issue, it's going to be very difficult to kind of get these people out of the streets and into housing. The other part of this film is about schizophrenia in general, and I'm making it in hopes of educating the general public about what schizophrenia is and what it takes to actually help people. Hey, here's the fridge. Let's see what's in here. We got protein, lots of protein, caffeine drinks. Even though I'm sensitive to caffeine, I still need it. Ginseng, gotta get your ginseng. Let's see what we got in the freezer here. Boom, got some Lau Lau. What's up? Malonas. I keep frozen water bottles in the freezer. Look at this big boy, I don't have AC in this house and it gets pretty hot. So sometimes I'll just like grab a frozen water bottle and just kind of like hold it against my body till I cool down. This is the stove. It's an electric stove, conduction, induction, I don't know. It heats up pretty fast actually. This is my little plant that my neighbor gave me. These are all my dishes. I have 2 pairs of spoons, 2 pairs of forks, 1 knife, 2 tongs, a little blender, cutting board, and this is it. This is really like a test of like how little do you actually need to survive. This is where I store food, some protein. Right here, I just made some sauerkraut. Hopefully that's edible soon. Protein bars. Did I tell you that I'm trying to eat protein? Yeah, it turns out like I just don't get enough protein. Protein. Wow. And that's the wind blowing. This room is kind of the living room. I got this little table, some floor seating, keep the furniture minimal just because I'm not going to be here that long and I didn't want to buy furniture. This is also like the gym room and rec room. This is where all the stretching and exercising happens. Had to add some flair to this room, so I got these little Christmas lights here. Kind of corny, but it works, adds something to the room. This is one of the first things I picked up when I got here. But surfing here is what's keeping me sane. Doing this documentary has been pretty emotionally and mentally taxing at times, but I'm just glad I have the ocean and nature to kind of like give me a little respite from that. So this is all like a big gamble in some ways. We launched a fundraiser for the film in September, I believe it was, and it was the same week as the fires in Lahaina, which was probably the worst time to ask for money for something other than that. So we postponed the fundraiser, but ultimately I knew I had to be out here to start filming with the film not even being funded, and we haven't even launched the fundraiser for the film yet. We're going to launch it this week. But so this is all like a big gamble in some ways. I'm fronting all the money. Hopefully we can get some fundraising so that I can actually make that back and be able to continue to like tell this story and make this film in the way that we wanted to. So yeah, that's just kind of how I've lived my life and have how I've approached my career, and high risk, high reward. So that concludes today's episode of MTV Cribs. Hope you enjoyed my house and got some context as for what I'm doing here in Honolulu. If you're interested in learning more about the film, I'll put a link in the description. But as of now, I got to get back to drinking this protein. Till next time, mahalo.